look, different surroundings. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I had to move the camera because one, it's my hair. Sorry, it's kind of late-ish, and I'm losing light, and yeah, I'm usually recording like right there. I'm literally sitting right here, facing that way, and my screen is like facing that way. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to finish off Supergirl episode. What episode was this? It was bad. I don't even remember what episode this was. 13. There you go. Episode 13 of season 1 of Supergirl. And I'm also going to do the Flash episode 15 titled King Shark for season 2, and Arrow season 4 episode 15 taken Legends of Tomorrow season 1 episode 6 titled Star City 2046. Blah! Anyway, I also have to do episode 14 of Supergirl, which is called Truth, Justice, and the American Way, and it's like and then not only that, this is the worst part. Friggin' Walking Dead, obviously Walking Dead's on Sunday. I usually record on time when it comes to that show. Ironically enough, Walking Dead is like perfectly scheduled, recorded, and like put online properly, but when it comes to like Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and especially Supergirl, it's always not on time. I hate that. And not only that, friggin' Once Upon a Time's coming back. It's coming back, and it's one of the original shows that I did this channel with, so it's like, well, fuck me. But anyway, let's finish this one off so I could at least get Flash, Arrow, and Legends, and then hopefully get episode 14 of Supergirl. And I'm thinking of bringing Shadowhunters in this. If this wasn't bad enough, you know, the original shows that I had recording was Walking Dead and Once Upon a Time. I wanted Fear the Walking Dead on here, but by the time I actually thought about that, the first season was already almost pretty much done. And I only, like, recorded, like, the last episode of season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead. So maybe I might bring it back, this time actually legitly getting season 2. So, yeah. Anyway, I had Walking Dead here. Once Upon a Time was also original show on this channel. Arrow was an original show, and then when Flash came along, I brought that in because it's part of the Arrowverse. And then Legends of Tomorrow came on, and that was also part of the Arrowverse. 5 shows. And then Supergirl was added on, and that's 6. And I'm thinking of putting a 7th one in there, being Shadowhunters, because I like the book series. And I actually, the guy who plays Jace and the guy who plays Alec, they're both fucking hot. And the guy who plays Magnus is one of my favorite actors, so on Glee. So look forward to that, because that might be happening. And I'm spending 3 minutes on this shit, but so let's go. From what I remember, Alex pretty much in a way is kind of like diving into Kara's thoughts. That's how I would describe it. You know, Maxwell Lord created this like machine, not really a machine, but this tech thing where it kind of looks like a space goggles if you think about it. Puts it on Alex so she could like try to reach Kara in her little dream world. But anyway, she finally manages to get to Kara in the fake Krypton world and like tries to pull her out, but Kara, you know, says she does not remember, like she lost pretty much her memories of reality and thinking Krypton's real and everything. Pretty much knocks Alex out, and during the whole thing, you know, when she gets knocked out in the fake Krypton, it's obviously affecting her body outside, and Hank was about to pull her out because of this, and James, he pretty much stops him from aborting the mission, and because, as you will guys remember, Alex told James, no matter what happens to her, make sure Hank or anyone else pulls her out until she actually gets Kara. So that happened. It's good to see that, you know, James is not only fairly loyal to Kara, he's a fairly fierce, loyal friend to Alex, which is pretty cool. But anyway, back at the virtual Krypton, you know, Alex, after being, like, knocked the hell out by Kara, she's being sentenced to the Phantom Zone by fake Allura and all that stuff, and, she's all trying so desperately hard to reason with Kara, and it's probably obviously very hard to do. She's in like this fake world where everything's going right for her, you know. Her home world is okay, her parents are alive, her cousin's there with her, in the right appropriate age too, and I don't blame the fact that, you know, it's hard for Kara to bring out of that reality. It's like her ultimate happiness, you know what I mean? Of course it's going to be really hard to do. It's something she's wanted for a long time, ever since she first came to Earth. So I'm not surprised Alex has a trouble with that, but, the virtual world, it starts to break, right? And then because of that, and also Alex reasoning out with Kara that Kara seemingly comes back to her senses, and she remembers her life on Earth, and then, as all that's happening, though, the virtual world starts to disappear, and Alex is brought back to reality, followed shortly by Kara. It was pretty funny, though, when Alex was brought back, because she's like, what the hell happened? I told you guys not to pull the plug. It's like, we didn't pull the plug. You did it! Ah! Right? But, the plant ends up, like, literally just climbing off of Kara, which is kind of weird. I thought they would put up more of a fight to attach itself to Kara, but it just literally just crawled right off of her, creepy as that is. But, like, I really would have wanted a little more fight with that little Starro-looking clone plant thing. I swear to God, that plant looked like Starro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, there's she wants to take revenge on Nan because Kara pretty much wants to take revenge on Nan because she finds out Nan's the one who pretty much launched that plan at her. And apparently Nan is planning to use Lord Technology satellites to, like, further weaken and overwrite the transmissions, you know? You remember, all communication transmissions were, like, all crappy there, right? And it was obviously the Kryptonians' fault, and Kara wants revenge on Nan at the same time as stopping him, and, like, Kara and the DEO show up at the key locations that the Kryptonians are planning to attack. While Kara's facing off against Nan, Alex confronts Astra. And, Alex discovers that Astra and Nan plan to eliminate, like, humanity with some sort of cure called Myriad or something like that. Is it pronounced Myriad? It's M-Y-R-I-A-D, so I'm naturally assuming it's pronounced Myriad. I could be totally wrong. But anyway, put in the comment section what you think Myriad is. Do you think Myriad's, like, a program or disease or, like, a person? It sounds like a person name, quite frankly. But then again, Myriad could be, like, an anagram for, like, a legitimate thing, you know? It could be M.Y.R.I.A.D. and all that stuff. Kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D. from Marvel, you know? It actually meant something and just the initial spelled S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway, Astra's about to kill Alex, but then, like, Hank shows up as Martian Manhunter and pretty much engages in a fight against Astra. And, that fight was pretty badass. It's kind of like, almost like Supergirl or Superman fighting Martian Manhunter, you know what I mean? The Kryptonian, right? So it's, like, pretty cool to see, like, what legitimately on live action to see Martian Manhunter actually fight a Kryptonian in general, because it's almost like he's fighting either Superman or Supergirl in a way. And, there's this moment where Astra actually pins Martian Manhunter, and all of a sudden this sword comes out of nowhere, and you guys might recognize the sword from earlier in the episode when, when Alex was, like, pretty much preparing to, you know, deal with these Kryptonians, she packed away a sword, and we see this very familiar sword that apparently is a kryptonite sword sliced through Astra right in the, I think either in the abdomen or the chest. And when, John sees Alex holding the sword, he is in somewhat shock. I don't really blame her, because, quite frankly, I didn't think Alex had it in her to really kill her adopted sister's biological aunt, especially since, you know, Kara's had such a strong bond with Astra before this drama happened. I'm just saying. And, Kara, you know, meanwhile all that, Kara gets the better of Nan, and before he leaves, he pretty much slices off a piece of the satellite dish which was in the background of their fighting grounds, which Kara ends up saving. She's then called back by Alex to join her and Jean, and, you know, she sees the dying Astra and all that stuff, and Astra, like, in a small sense, like a small hope of redemption, she apologizes to her niece, but unfortunately does not tell her about Myriad. But to be fair, Alex and the others do know about Myriad, so I think... Wait, what? Yeah, Alex does know about Myriad, despite the fact that, Astra does not tell Kara about it. But anyway, while Alex was trying to, take responsibility for the fact that she's the one that killed Astra, Jean is the one that takes responsibility, saying that he had no choice. He's the one that killed her instead of Alex, which I think is not a really smart move. I understand that Jean was only looking out for, Kara, because, he knows that Kara idolizes her sister, right? She sees her sister as a hero and doesn't want that to be tarnished with the fact that Alex was the one that took pretty much Kara's honor away from her. But I don't think lying to her and saying that because he's the one that's going to have the whole shitstorm, honestly. He's the one that, Kara's not going to see him the same way, and I understand, but I do understand the fact that he does not want Kara's, image of her sister Alex being tarnished. So I give props to Jean for, doing that for her and taking the blame like that. Bravo to Martian Manhunter for having guts, I'm just saying. And, shit, I have time. Anyway, they see that the Kryptonians are heading toward them, so Kara, Alex, and Jean, they leave immediately, and while Astra's all, there, dead on the ground, Non is reminded that his wife died a hero by one of the other Kryptonians, and back at the DEO, Hank pretty much tells Alex that she made the right call in killing Astra, despite the fact that Alex is still upset that Hank is he's taking the blame. He lied to Kara and is taking the blame. She's not very happy about it, but in all honesty, I think Alex needs to look at this through Jean's point of view. Because I wouldn't want my image of my sibling being tarnished like that. Just saying. But anyway, later on in the evening, Kara explains to Alex, Wynn, and Jimmy about, having missed being on Earth with her family and friends that truly care about her. And she's all explaining, despite the fact that she does miss Krypton, she does miss her life there and her family, she has family and friends here on Earth that love her, and she loves them, and she missed them, you know what I mean? And it's really nice to see that she's somewhat accepting the fact that, Earth is her home now, and she has family and friends here too that love and she loves too. And, you could just see Alex struggling so much. She really wants to tell about Astra, but quite frankly, she can't really do much, considering. So, this episode was really interesting. It's such a shame about Astra. She really did look like she was going to, be helpful to Kara, but, it's too late. She never got the chance to because Alex pretty much killed her. So, I don't know. I think it was a wrong move to lie to Kara. But at the same time, I understand why Jean did it. But anyway, that's my reaction rant for Season 1, Episode 13, titled For the Girl Who Has Everything. That's Supergirl, and I will hopefully get Episode 14, but I'm going to be working on Flash, Arrow, and Legends next. So, bye.